Hi my friends, well, I would consider this one being another issue of immigration bullshit, but this time I would like to tell you about cases where so-called immigration consultants were actually charged and what happens with them and with their clients. So two recent examples. One example is from British Columbia, from Richmond. As many of you know, British Columbia is pretty close to China. Of course, there is Chinese economic boom right now. Lots of Chinese applicants are trying to relocate to Canada. Technically what they're doing, they're relocating their families in there and getting back to China themselves, so they would be able to continue their business and provide food, shelter to their family and send money to Canada. So one has, of course, to meet the residency obligation to be able to keep your PR status in Canada. At least 2 years out of each 5 you have to stay in Canada. So-called immigration consultants, of course so-called because they have nothing to do with licensed representatives, were charged and received 3 years in prison each of 5 people in that team, and that team has actually worked on an interesting scheme. They were providing fake bills, they were paying fake bills, they were purchasing properties on behalf of their clients, they were providing fake cell phone numbers registered in their names. So what they were doing, they were creating a story and a vision of a person actually residing in Canada whilst he or she was not in there. And it would be like funny story if not the number of clients. The number of clients was about 1,200 people. And just think about it for a second. It's 1,200 families involved in this fraud. And of course, apart from these families receiving that, apart from these consultants receiving 3 years in prison each, you're looking at 1,200 of cases which would be reconsidered and scrutinized by Ministry of Citizenship and Immigration, and some of these people would be stripped out of their status in Canada, no matter whether it's permanent residency or citizenship. And another quick example is immigration consultant from Ottawa. In this case, the gentleman has been creating fake sponsorships for refugees. Many of you don't know that there are 2 types of refugees: government sponsored and privately sponsored refugees in Canada. Those privately sponsored means 5 Canadians all together decide to sponsor a family or an individual as a refugee to come to Canada and settle here, sponsor them financially, assisting them to relocate to Canada, and eventually feeling themselves all right in here. Now, this consultant has been charged for more than 3.5 years in prison for the fact that he has been creating fake applications, and one of Canadians has actually found out that he has been involved in this scheme. He has complained to the Ministry of Citizenship and Immigration, and it all turned up and steamed the whole investigation process. Now, the resume for this is, of course, again, just to give you an idea of immigration bullshit, of what is actually going on in that fake and fraud on immigration market. And just again to give you an idea that, look, this blade has 2 sides, right? It's not just a representative who is charged, it is applicants as well, and their cases could be jeopardized by the fact that they were using unauthorized representative who's been providing fake documents to them. So to all of you, especially for my friends in India, guys, please think twice before using a fake representative. Please think twice before providing your documents to someone. And if it's illegal, it means exactly that. It's illegal. Don't not do that, all right? Even if it looks good, if it promises you fast immigration. Stay tuned with us and our contacts at the end of the video.